GM, happy blue square emoji day to everyone that celebrates. Welcome to another Senpai vibe trading session. My name is Alex. I'm part of the team behind Senpi, the best vibe trading AI-powered autonomous trading platform here on base. It's been a pretty awesome couple days here on the blue chain. Obviously, runners everywhere. We're going to spend some time today listening to classic rock, breaking down some trades by Senpai traders. And I'm also going to spend a great deal of time walking through some of the new upgrades to the Senpai platform, the Discover tab that a lot of folks are finding a lot of value in, especially when things are hot. trades are breaking out all over the place. We're going to walk through some strategies, some things that have been winning on my end, and we're going to break down a pretty insane trade from earlier over the weekend. We had a Senpi trader turn $5 into over $3,000 in just 3 trades. So yeah, it's obviously an exciting day. It's a new day on base. The base event, I believe, is going on right now. So throughout the stream, if Senpai buys me a token as usual in these vibe trading sessions, I'll jump in and we'll manually trade it, manage it together, all live, of course, because Senpai is set up and running and going to be buying us a bunch of stuff. So let's get into it. I think it's good to start out with, one of the biggest wins, obviously, we've had on Senpai so far. I think it's really cool. It's exciting. It's one of those things where, we're seeing a lot of traders on Senpai do really well right now. But when you see something like this that is just crazy asymmetry, and this token actually started running again today with all the hype on base, but you can see the trader here auto traded in for $4.95. This was on July 7th, and then Senpai sold that token for him on July 14th for 2,900, and then he had a little bit of shrapnel left that he exited, totaling over 3K. Pretty amazing gains. We're seeing just all over the place. Really amazing wins. Today, actually, sorry, it was yesterday, we had over 30 traders hit 200% gains on a trade. So it's not just a couple folks. It's actually quite a few traders who are doing well right now. Obviously, it helps when ETH is running and Bitcoin's up, and base tokens are ripping all over the place. But great time to be on the blue chain, and Senpai makes it that much easier. One of the things that I really love about Senpai is that one of the hardest things I think is deciding to buy a token. And with Discover, this new feature inside of Senpai, you have data-backed groups built by traders across the entire platform to go choose from. These groups are maybe they're snipers, they're really well-trained traders, they're high-frequency traders, whales. There are a bunch, groups for kind of everything in there. But the idea is you could take someone else's group and build your own strategy around it. So it's not like if me and Snuva and Prashant and this user and that user, if we all have the same group, that our trades are going to be the same. It's actually super unlikely. Our trades are probably going to be completely different because the strategy that I build around it with this edit strategy button is going to be way different based on all of these permutations and filters than someone else's. So it's pretty exciting. And like I was saying, I think it's really hard to decide what to buy. And it's even harder to decide what to buy in a couple of seconds, which is what matters when you're, getting into a token that is very early in its life cycle. So Senpai makes that really easy. I'll walk through some trades that I had earlier. I had one that was really exciting. I think I misplayed it, but look, if you have over 100% win on a token, there's not going to be any complaints, right? So if we go into my tokens here, or orders, actually maybe is a better place. So we come into here, we can see, blue token, blue square emoji token that bought. Couple things here. One, the rule that bought it for me is I found this sniper who's designated, he doesn't have an account on Senpai, but at M161187. This user has hammered 3 or 4 base tokens in the last week. And by that, I mean they're sniping 1 ETH of the token within 90 seconds of launch. And they have this acumen for picking the tokens. It's really impressive. They've repeated it multiple times. So I set up a buy $50 worth of tokens if they buy, I figured over an ETH, as long as ETH stays above 2,900, it'll trigger. And there's no sell condition, anything like that. And it did trigger for me earlier. And let's give you a look at the chart here. Obviously, I sold a little bit early, but like I said, I turned 48 into $104 in, pretty short amount of time, right? I think it was, 1511 we were in. So easy dub, 126%. And if we go pull this up, just to show you guys how good Senpai is and how fast this system is. Let's pull up the DEX. We'll keep it on the 1 second candles. I'll drop my agent wallet in here, and I want you to just take a peek at how fast we moved on this buy. So you actually we're gonna have to zoom in. What are we doing here? Come on. So you can see this token. We have a timestamp on the launch. 2 hours 38 minutes ago. It launched 11:10. We were in by 11:11. It was about 90 seconds later we were in, and the TX that bought it. Trying to think if I could pull that TX. We might have to just go manually down here, but I want to show. I think it's important to highlight how early we really were here because that makes all the difference. Again, I came into this with no stop losses, no take profits. I knew I'd be at the computer today, at the device, so I could manage the trade myself. Probably should have just set some take profits. Would have maybe even done better. But like I said, 126% gains, pretty awesome. Bear with me for one more second. We're almost at the bottom of this thing. 39 minutes. There we are. So you could see this is the trader I copied, and he trades in with about an ETH. Where are we? About an ETH here. Actually, a little bit less than I expected, but I think the price is up in ETH, so he's kind of sizing on the dollar value. And you can see this is actually one of our team members right here, and this is me right here. So, within 4 seconds, we're trading in. He bought it at 11:19. I'm in at 11:23. That's seconds, 19:23. So pretty amazing that we were able to move that quick on this. And we were the first inside the first 10 TXs. And then you see a bunch of Senpi traders coming in here as well. These are all Senpi traders coming in. Rest I can't speak for. I was kind of looking through to see how many, because I know there's some folks out there copy trading me. But yeah, pretty amazing. We obviously cooked on this one. A lot of folks in the community made money. And honestly, that's the best thing about building a product like this is seeing folks succeed. I encourage everyone, if you're using the platform, to DM me. If you haven't yet, you're going to want to scan the QR code on your screen right now. This is our team's Telegram. It's an amazing place to get alpha, to give us feedback on the product. If something's not working, you can kind of come in there and we'll help you out. Or if you just even have strategies that aren't really working for you, you can come in and send them over to us and we'll review, give you feedback, try to help you help yourself and be successful. And I think Senpi really is one of those tools. Once you get the hang of it, it's really intuitive. The team's really done a great job on it. And it's just awesome to see people doing well. So we're going to keep building, some things that are coming up that are really exciting for us right now. Full mobile app is working. It's going to be coming very soon. Obviously, we're tooling out, making things quicker. We're kind of always challenging the team to see, like, quality of life wise, could we make this faster? Could we make this cleaner? And of course, like a multi-chain future is down the pipe. So we're pretty excited about it and things are coming together. Let's on these live streams, I like to do a little bit of research. Today we're going to spend some time. We'll probably set up some more Discover groups to start, but I like to dual window here just quickly so we can do, show me top, on. I'm just curious who cooked on this. And we are going to go into Discover and take a look at some of the folks that have been murdering the last day here and see if we can find some new groups to jump into. And if you've been on my streams before, espresso is always on tap here, especially on a day like today. I'm going to take down this QR code. I saw a few folks scan it. I'll bring it up at the end of the stream as well. Like I said, though, you definitely got to be in our you got to be on the Telegram. There's about 800 traders. About 800 traders in the Telegram now. Sorry, I've got Senpi notifications set up to my mobile device. So if you see me check in, that's what I'm looking at here. And we are having a very busy day on the chain. So just bear with me 1 second here as we get Eye of the Tiger going, which is kind of perfect for adding groups. All right. So we can see, we're backing all of these groups with on-chain data, things like ROI, P&L, win rate, scam rate. We include scam rate, but if you go to, whoops, that's interesting. So we need to go, me top P&L for, this is interesting because this token is literally, uh, it's literally a blue emoji, or just come in here. I think I can just go like this. Back to Discover though. This is a remix. So yeah, we're backing all of these groups on-chain data. It's all live. It's refreshing second by second. Really easy to come in here and build quick copy strategies. So you don't have to use chat for everything. It's not a lot of cognitive load to come in here and click 2 buttons and set up a new strategy. The really cool part is, you could set up multiple strategies on the same rule. You could set up different strategies on different rules. You could filter this by P&L. There's a couple things I like to look at. And again, this isn't financial advice. I think you got to test things out yourself. Use small buy amounts. Have Senpi buy you 5 cents, 10 cents. Like I do that type of stuff when I'm simulating how a group might do before I put it at like production level buying, which for me is anywhere between 10 and hundreds of dollars. But start small, do your own research. It is, there's a lot of asymmetry. It's up and down. One of the best things about Senpi, and to my point of what the scam rate is we actually, we're gonna have to try that again in a sec. Senpi will actually block nefarious tokens before you buy it. So as long as it's important to look at this, if it's under 10% or under 20%, I'm still setting up some groups around these, but do your own research, be diligent about what you're trading. The groups that I'm looking for probably have between 20 and 40 members. They probably trade around 100 to 300 trades over the course of a day, which isn't very much if you think about all those folks in there. Like when I see a group that has, there's not a lot of them in here, which is nice. The data's kind of washing it out. Like this, 5,800 trades in the last day. Tells me there's like a market maker or a volume bot or like some address in there. I don't know what, but it's inflating these numbers through some automation. And I find it really hard to build strategy around that. It's going to trigger, it's not going to trigger. It's going to cause a bunch of wacky stuff to go on. So I try to avoid thousands and thousands of trades taken. Crypto trade. This one's interesting. Jason's got a nice group right here, but I feel like I was copying that before. So Automata Prashant here, he's one of the better traders in the last week. He's been just crushing it. 42 trades, 92%, ROI, 54%, win rate, 8K P&L. OX Dexter, I've actually seen some folks copying this group specifically that have done well. So maybe we'll try that out. So we're going to edit the group up. I'm kind of choosing like an arbitrarily low number for the amount. In this case, actually, sorry, we're just going to pick 5. We're going to say one person in the group buys at least 150. We could, of course, go 2 and say, they have to buy $150 within 2 minutes of each other. Recently, the single buy triggers have been working really well for me. It's been a bit about speed. So we're gonna say that we're gonna keep the market cap at 150K. Sell when they sell 50%. Yep. And we're going to take off the sell side for a limit order and keep our stop loss around 25%. So I've been messing around with stop losses quite a bit the last week. First, I started out at 10%. 2 weeks ago, went up to 18%. Now sitting around 25%. This seems like a pretty healthy sell side for me because so much volatility that if a token drops 18%, there's just as much of a chance it's going to rocket up 180%. So it's like you don't want to get shaken out of trades where you want opportunity flow on because your stop loss is too low. I'm happy to take the 25% loss if it means I get the opportunity upside. But we'll sell when they sell. I like this. We'll save that. And should be live. So just like that, you see here, this is my strategies tab. When we come back, we're in here. But we've got that live. Is this token starting to move again? It's kind of starting to. Let's see what we got all live here. You can see I've got a couple paused rules that I'm not currently in motion on. Sometimes I'm just I'm editing them and resetting them up. But yeah, we'll go back to show me top P&L. So let me try this one more time. Something funky happening here. Show me top. I don't think it's working because of this emoji. It could be like a syntax thing. I don't know. We're gonna have to look into that. Some other tokens that I bought though that have gone pretty well. Void, definitely sold this one too early. This one I kicked myself a little for. But hey, like this is why you just let Senpi do its thing. Bought here so early. Oh, sold it for $1, give or take. Could have had a real runner, but let's just see how this one. For perspective on the market cap entry and when I did sell, not really thinking when I did this. It was funny. I was just like, I want to switch everything to ETH because there's going to be a bunch of runners, and go to the maker here, switch that up. And you can see, holy, I mean, I bought around, let's call it a 36,000 market cap, and it ran up to almost 300. So it's like a 10xer. Whoopsies, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. You got to live with these, and that it's a good learning lesson. Like, when things are hot, take the sell side off, just let it run. But we will take a look at who did really well on this, and I also want to review who bought me in on Void. Void. So it was all Marat that brought me in. We'll see the P&L on this token. And take a look and see if we can find any folks that maybe worth adding to a copy trade group. I'm still building a handful of groups here. Again, I find it pretty easy to come in and just copy other people's groups. Because they've done so well, you can see a handful here that I've got set up. I'll probably end up removing this one. There's just too many trades getting taken. It feels like market makers in there. Based on the volume, P&L, like this, I don't know what's going on there. You can see I made $25 off of this Shiguka trade group. Traded nearly $400 in volume on it. This is the new group we just set up together. 58 cents on this one. Tintin. I actually used to have a cat named Tintin. You can see a couple. I lost $5-6 here between these two groups. One another $3 here. And a couple of my groups down at the bottom here, which I haven't been using. People have been building some pretty awesome groups. So I don't really feel the need to do as much work, which is pretty cool. What's going on here? That's interesting. Something we'll have to take a peek at, but P&L on some of these newer tokens seems to be something going on. So apparently ETH just broke above 3,300. That is good to see. Take a look at trending tokens, go from there. Let's see, how many trades going yet? Still nothing. Boots was the last one we bought, and this we came in at 950, out at 81. Just like a little Mickey Mouse buy. Looks like this group bought us in. That's at $1.58. We were down in our P&L group. See a lot of canceled limits. That's me jumping in and manually selling. I think it's 4 hours till this TBA announcement, or I don't know. This is what I've been seeing people post. That was about 2 p.m. I actually don't really know exactly what is getting announced today, but keen to see. So trending, virtual AI tokens, degens doing well. Let's take a look at who's doing what on BBB. Go back into our Discover here whilst we poke around, look for more groups to cover. Big money one, 19 trades, 66K in volume, which is cute too. Let's stab one here as well. So we set that up. I don't want the I don't want to take profit on these because I'm at the computer, so it's easier to manage. Let's look here. This is more like it. We'll lock that up. Make sure that's live correctly. We have a stop loss on it. Market cap's got to be under 150K. Here's the trader's been doing. I don't know if this will work. I actually need their OX address to pull that. Looks like that worked. We're gonna find out. No, need to properly tag them. Although they did tag them there. I don't know. There we go. Let's get this. And we're actually going to go back to here. Refresh this thing. Drop him in the maker. So they exited, but just not through the same entry address. Let's see if it shows me a P&L for them. Not super interesting, this user. I'll see if this pulls the full P&L, because they did really well on a few tokens. I go to Zapper and pull them up quick as well if we want to go take a look at some activity. But it looks like we actually got a P&L here, and this is like a trader that I look for pretty specifically. They're buy sizing almost the same straight line through their buy sizing. Pretty predictable behavior. They're in the first 60 seconds of a token. They've been very good at picking tokens that aren't rugs, which is tough to do in that first couple seconds. This is obfuscated, so I mean, this is full P&L. They've made 122,000 on this wallet. So, like for example, here we see the entry, we don't see any exits because they move the token out. And I bet you if we go to bubble maps, let's just see if we can see what went on here. I use this sometimes. 761. That's a trader. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. So like what I'm taking a look at here is like when the user bought, what did he do? Well, he distributed a huge amount of the supply he scooped up in that initial buy with the $3,000 company that he took. And then those addresses exited. So it's kind of obfuscated here where we can't see really how much he made, but I'm telling you, this number is nothing. This is, I think, probably maybe an eighth or a tenth of what this guy's made. Maybe, who knows? Let's pull this one more time. So he got number 4 on the supply list. He's right here. Jeton.eth hit it. Let's try that. This user's on Senpi. At least they have a PFP. It's interesting. Were they early in the? Similar story. Bought the dip, that initial dip that these tokens are on. You make it out though. And we will come back to Senpai here. and keep looking through Discover. Interesting. That's good. I mean, on this Banks ENXR, I'm pretty sure this is where I found them. 86, $800 into 50K. I mean, like he's just repeatedly doing this. Very, very sharp. Something's going on. P&L's a little slow right now. Looks like we just got a trade. Let's take a look at what we got. Looks like we bought 2 of our trades triggered on BB. So let's jump into it, see what we got here. All right, so this triggered based on the one we just added, literally at the start of the stream, and this one triggered on another one that I haven't done. This group has done a couple trades on it, haven't made any money yet. Let's just take a look. Looks like we previously bought this. We actually made money on this token previously. That's funny. Yeah, look at this. So we bought $19, sold 17. We bought 49, sold 55. We made a few dollars between these two. Lost 2 here, made 6 here. We're in for another $15 now on this run up, which let's just jump into the 1 second candles on DEX and take a peek. Oh, it's Bazaars. Yeah, I know this guy. I mean, went to cross the 100K market cap. And interesting. You can see here's mine, one there, and there's another one here. And a couple folks look like they could be copy trading me. Hard to say. I wouldn't copy trade me. I'm doing a lot of experimental stuff. This is just flirting with 100K market cap. Is it going to buzz over or not? All right, where did our music go? So we're going to just get our classic rock back up and running. There we go. You know, it looks like we're kind of in on a dip here. I'm just going to let this sit for a while. We're sitting essentially at what we bought in at. Down $1. Yeah, but $2. So we'll let that keep going. And we'll keep looking for some more groups that look interesting. I've traded this group a handful of times, had some good luck with it. There's a lot of groups in here now, hundreds and hundreds. Again, as you go down the list, things start to get a little red. You know, I suspect that some of that is from folks doing research, creating a group, their first copy trade, and then, you know, not really using it, but it shows up here. And again, this is why the data is so important, right? You can come in here and see where the ROI is. I'm not going to touch this thing. It's looking pretty sleepy. Typically, like, obviously you want to be in a little bit earlier. But it does look like we got another trade that just came in as well. So I'm just going to go check that out. And yeah, so we're into Utopia now. So we got a second trade going on. Otherwise, got us another. This one's triggered by a single trader who I will copy trade certain buys. And we don't need to go to the base scan. We just need to see the 1 second candles. Wow. This thing is 19 minutes old. Take a look at where we got in. All right. You know, looks like volume is tapering just a little bit, but these tokens on a day like today, it's like I'm just gonna leave this in here. Maybe take a look at this supply, see where it's. Uh, yeah, I just like to check is there like 10 addresses with 2 to 5% each. And things gonna get nuked on me if I look away from the screen. So we're in here. We bought $11.76 worth, and we're gonna let this rock. So this utopia.site. What is this? Uptopia. I'm calling it Utopia. It's Uptopia. Oh, not bad, gang. But updated. I'm just gonna let this ride. Day like today. A couple more buys coming in. People buying, couple people selling. We'll come back and check on this. So we've got 2 active trades going right now. We actually probably just update this. Oh, we'll keep this in here. We're in 2 trades, and it looks like we're starting to see some gains on Utopia. It's probably up 2% now, give or take. BB looks like it's, yeah, this thing's starting to move up a little more. Yeah, this one's sitting. Not a ton of volume. People buying and just immediately selling. Kind of just taking a look at this. I feel like I know these guys. And if it dips off, I'm going to buy a little bit more of it. I actually do know the guys behind this. They are funded by, I want to say, like, have funding from Coinbase and a whole bunch of smart folks. But again, I have to go to their Twitter account and just double check. But yeah, this thing's starting to run. Let's jump back and just see where we're at. Yeah, we're getting around 280 and we're up to 350 now. Let's go back here. Did we sell it? I don't think I'll be selling this one, to be honest. These guys, this is going 500,000 quickly. And if it's the legit token, just knowing the team behind it, we see some people selling off here. That's like First TX selling. Same. Yeah, well, you know what? I said if it dipped, I would buy some more, and we're going to do that. I'm just going to go and swap this to Utopia. We'll say, you know what? I'll buy $50 more of it. There's our buy. Okay, let's let this marinate for a bit here. We're going to go back to our groups, and we'll come back and revisit that guy. A couple more minutes. Jeez, I don't know. I got a feeling it's going to run. It's either going to run. I should just go double check their official X account quick. Last thing I want to be doing is buying some random token that's not from them. Interesting. Okay. Not seeing anything on the token. How are we doing on BB here? Still kind of sitting at the same. I don't know. We're going to just jump out of this now. I'm not really sure what, if this is official or not. If it is official, I'm going to buy back in, but I do not know. And we'll just keep going through some groups. We're going to have to jump in about 5 minutes here. But next couple hours, the TBA event will be kicking off. I want to say it's about 3.5 hours. So make sure you check that out. I have a feeling there'll be some tokens ripping around it. If you're not on Senpi already, definitely, if you want exposure to trades at the earliest stage, you want to build and copy trade the smartest smart money traders on base, automate pretty much all of that. Definitely recommend joining, and take a second. I'll flash this up because we've had a lot of people join since the start. Our official team's Telegram, got about 800 Senpi traders in there today. It's a great place to get alpha, to give us feedback on the product, and we share tons of strategy in there. So even if you're getting started, you can DM me, you can DM anyone on our team. We'll help you get onboarded. Okay, we don't have any. All right, I guess that means it's sold. So anyway, yeah, take a second, scan that, join. Love to have you in the Telegram. And we'll be vibe trading again tomorrow, just around 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll be breaking down some trades. We'll walk through kind of what happened today, what trades we took, if they're winners, losers. We'll find out about BB. We'll find out about Uptopia, if they won for me or lost for me. That all said, we'll catch you next time, and good luck out there in the trenches.